The YNW Melly murder trial continues. We got a few hours of the prosecutor showing Detective Danny Polo a bunch of text messages that show that Melly was part of the Bloods. And then Melly's lawyer comes up and cross-examines and pokes a few holes in his testimony. Yet today gets interesting towards the end there with the cross-examination, so stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe. Let's get right into this video. First look at Melly today. Looks calm. I wonder if he knows how viral this trial is. Like, so many people are talking about this trial. Probably not, right? Like, no one would want to put that pressure on him.
What in this particular message from September 29th of 2018 tells you that this is somehow affiliated with G-Shine or GKD?
Taking out the letter C from creeping, putting K, and then the second one would be the use of the term herc.
Jesus, Quando denied saying anything about UQ or the hood. Ain't worried, Melly said apparently. He gonna get his day, mark my words. You talking about Quando Rondo?
He's gonna get his day, mark my words.
Based on his testimony, I overruled the objection, and now you're suggesting you want to revisit that?
Sir, are you aware that your picture right along with your family is on the internet as we sit here today?
Nope.
May I approach?
You may.
There's a picture and ask if that is you and your family.
Yes, sir.
And that's on your wife's Cash App?
Yes, sir.
Which is available to anyone who runs that, because we just ran it this morning. We would object to him continuing to testify with his mask on based upon that as public record.
Melly's lawyer objected to him wearing a mask and pointing out that his wife's picture on Cash App has his face in it.
Your Honor, I have a request.
Yes, sir.
Can I briefly call my wife and make sure that she scrubs everything that I might have missed?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
I think he just said he needs to call his wife and tell her to change it. Jesus, bro, what is this?
So yeah, all you have to do, her phone number is listed.
Parents seem a little concerning and troubling if they be looking at the witness's wife and family with the intent to cause them some sort of harm or to intimidate them in any way.
Well, I resent that, first of all. We have a right to confront the accuser. They made a representation. It turns out to be incorrect. Quite candidly, I resent any implication that we're trying to put anyone in danger. Quite to the contrary.
Yes, sir. You can take off your mask.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of a smirk when Melly saw him without his mask on.
We here for you, bro. Just let us know what you need.
And in terms of the time frame on this case, are you aware of when the homicides occurred?
Yeah, I believe that these messages were sent after the homicide.
Honestly, these are the only messages that I care about right here is like around the murders. All the other random text messages with gang members, I don't think that really even helps the prosecution. Like, clearly the jury already knows this guy is part of a gang.
Going through, it hurts, but it's like when you're going to the next level, the people you love die. It's so that they can protect you better from the sky.
People have also been pointing out that this detective is shaking a lot with his pen. I read in depositions over the weekend that he apparently has carpal tunnel, so that's why.
And if you could point to Cortland Henry, individual identified as Jamal Simmons in this picture.
Subject right there.
Okay.
G-Shine.
The other individuals that are in this photo, were you able to identify them?
Yes.
And who are they? And the hand signs and symbols that are being shown.
See, like, what does this picture prove besides that he's in a gang? To me, nothing. Like, I'm not even trying to be biased. I'm just saying, in terms of like a jury, they are already well aware he's in a gang. It's time to start proving shit about their murders, in my opinion. You established this already.
Bet that, sorry. But seriously, I want you to really think about the power you possess, little brother. I'm just here to show you how to use it. He's specifically calling him the Scar. It would be like calling him General. The things that I ask you to do don't even cost money. Shake my head. No more shows for you and that N-word. Track. Mr. Dennis, manager. I'm putting bubblegum in his hair. Yin Yang twin looking ass.
Okay.
So some of these blood members did not like Melly's manager. I'm getting those vibes.
In all actuality, you don't fuck with me or with the set. I'm beefing with N-words in Florida, and I don't even know. Shake my head. Why are you even around? Post me for my belated birthday, Herc. I'm only asking because I got hella hoes last time you posted me.
I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking about these guys because I don't want them to attack me.
All that's coming. Be patient. I'm fresh out. I'm gonna have everything handled. Ain't seen my mama yet. I'm only one man.
Hey, for real though, I need to borrow 10 bands. I'll give you 15 back. Oh, hell nah.
If I don't pay you back, you can have my stain and my life.
You talk to Kodak all the time. If so, he should check them boys out. That Boosie was gonna sign Quando, lame ass, hated on them and told Boosie not to sign them.
Kodak, do you know who they're referring to?
Probably Kodak Black.
Okay.
Boosie's another rapper.
Okay. And Quando?
Consumer rapper. He said he's gonna sign him.
I'm not exactly sure what that message meant about Kodak and Boosie and Quando Rondo signing. It didn't seem like very good English. Oh, this is a big message right here that Melly said. Me and my bruh fought, well, I fought young boy. He fought my brother Sack. That was like kind of unconfirmed a little bit about like there was a big fight between YNW boys and young boy. I don't know many details, but that confirms it pretty much.
Well, I fought young boy. He fought my brother Sack. He said he gonna kill us, Shine N-words. When he catch us, well, me and you, LOL. I told that crab ass N-word, if he touch any of my hercs, it's over for him. So He's, if you notice, he crosses out most of the C's. He's CK, Crip Killer.
There's a bunch of text messages being shown right now, but a lot of them don't even have a response from Melly.
Says, we're doing a head count. Let us know if you're still in, bro. If not, speak up. Confirmation whether this person is still trying to move up in the ranks, trying to be a member of. Yo, is this true?
He said, yo, is it true? Wait, hold on. If he's saying, yo, is it true? That kind of proves that Melly didn't ask the higher ups for permission to do this like they're saying. This guy wasn't even aware that this happened until a day later.
So Melly could look at the witness and confront the witness so that the jury could look at the witness and determine the credibility. But what we agreed to do, because the judge asked us, is not to show the detective's face.
If you guys didn't know, Melly also has Sack Chaser and Juvie tatted on his face. Yeah, and he got them tatted before they even passed away. There's like an awkward moment in an old No Jumper interview.
A gun has, sometimes people call it clips. So I say drums and 22 clips, so a drum mag is usually 50 rounds.
What is Melly like trying to sell them guns or something?
Looks like a wish list to me, or an order. 2 9mm 30 clips, so again, clips being magazines. Of course, we're not beefing, bro, but you got to do better on your communication with your 5-dub. That's part of getting your state together. You need to communicate better with us, and this is a common theme. He needs to communicate better with his G-Shine members. Herc, and then we're be dead busy. It's just referring to him as Herc. He's acknowledging he's G-Shine, and he's saying he's just been too busy to communicate back.
Hey. Yeah. And we roll it.
Your Honor, objection.
They're trying to show a video of someone like calling Melly on the phone, like yelling at him or something. Melly's team objected, and now they're sidebar.
Who you want with? Send him my number. Yeah, my big homie wanna holler at him. Send him my number. It ain't no talking, but you trying to meet this show so I can beat your ass, shit.
Now tell me, what the f does any of this prove? Like, this prosecutor has proved nothing today. It's just text messages and him beefing with someone over the phone. All irrelevant.
It ain't my business. I don't know shit about nothing. I don't know, man. But congratulations on XXL, little one. I'm proud of you.
The term slime, can you explain that to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
It started off with YSL, record label, Young Thug.
I got in a fight with NBA Youngboy and all slime to internet don't know because I don't rock like that. In LA, I popped his ass about 4 times, but they jumped and they was at least 9 deep, I'm guessing that says. My number the same. I'm not even joking. I'd say 99% of these texts have nothing to do with the murders of Sack Chaser and Doobie. Actually, 99.9999%. Like, I haven't seen one today.
The page 139 at the top, the 9807 number says what?
Why do we give a f that he has a show in Daytona? Someone tell me, prosecutor, answer that. No one gives a f, and neither does the jury.
And Melly seems to be non-responsive, and it seems that they are reaching out to him and asking him to be more communicative, but in a very diplomatic way. So again, I don't quite know where the prosecution is going yet, but I do believe that they absolutely have to have a strategy in mind. It was pointed out that he really has never been undercover. He's received his expert certifications, if you will.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised about too last week. I didn't really put in a video, but this undercover detective has never really infiltrated a gang as him. Like, he never has been in a gang. Other people have in his team, but not him himself. I feel like the prosecutor could have picked a way better expert for gang shit, in my opinion, but whatever.
The prosecution seeking to link YNW Melly to this.
This guy just said WNY Melly to this. Oh, hell nah. I know the prosecutor's trying to really portray Melly as a gang member, and this was all for a gang, but like, I mean, it's like hours of text messages here. Like, who gives a f? Is that King Von and Lil Durk?
Okay, the next individual in the blue shirt with the green stripe and RS on front of it.
Mr. Dennis.
Okay, going on across to the person on the far right view photo with the long dreads, the gray jacket, black pants.
I believe that's track.
Okay.
Question, what type of consultation do you do? Answer, well, I recently testified to say that someone wasn't a gang member. It was a couple months ago. That was on the XXX case, saying that Drake wasn't a gang member.
So he recently testified in the XXX case that Drake wasn't a gang member. I pointed that out in the last video that he did that.
I've been asked by Mr. Bimmen's counsel if I would consult on one of their cases in Orlando.
That's highly improper. It's not relevant not to refer to the defense team. It was totally unrelated, and I would ask the court to instruct the jury that the last response by the witness is totally improper.
He is qualified that one of the defense counsels actually tried to retain this witness to consult on a...
The objection going to be sustained. I'm just going to tell the jury to disregard the last question and answer.
One of the lawyers on Melly's team is using this witness in another case. All right, here's the entertaining part. Melly's lawyer is finally going to be able to cross-examine this guy.
Posited to you that your expertise, at least as far as the court has recognized it, is a relatively recent phenomenon.
Being declared an expert in court, being allowed to be testified as an expert in court, yes. I knew of YNW Melly. I don't follow a lot of when he started off SoundCloud rappers.
Okay, but when we deposed you on February 17th of 2022, you indicated that you had never encountered the name YNW Melly or Jamel Demons in the context of a gang investigation before you were asked to be involved.
Correct. I'm just saying Since then, now I've been made aware that there was a previous investigation that I was not aware of.
You never investigated anyone by the name of Anthony Williams, aka YNW Sack Chaser, in any of your investigations prior to your involvement in this case?
No, sir.
And you also never investigated or came across the name Christopher Williams, aka YNW Judy, in any of your investigations from 2016 prior to your involvement in this case?
No, sir.
Correct? You didn't get involved in this investigation until January of 2022.
Approximately, yes.
And you were aware at that time that the incident underlying this matter occurred in October 2018?
Yes.
So were you told why it took so long to get you involved?
Objection, relevance.
I would love to know why it took so long for the prosecution to set all this shit up, because they did a lot of shit in the last year, dude. What were they doing for 3.5 years?
You cannot say somebody's a gang member without looking at the evidence.
Correct.
So presumably when Ms. Bradley spoke to you, she said, I want you to say he's a gang member, and you said, I can't without looking at the evidence, right?
I don't think that's how the conversation went. I think she wanted me to determine whether he was a gang member.
Okay, that was the question? You said you think? Is this something you recall?
Yeah, I recall it being can you determine whether this guy's a gang member? Can you testify to the fact that this guy's a gang member? Not, this guy's a gang member, make it so.
Were statements coming out of the mouths of people speaking to the person with the 9807 phone number, not the person with the 9807 phone? Did that occur to you?
I don't think I understand your question. Can you please rephrase it?
Okay, so do you agree with me that 80% at minimum of the statements you read off and interpreted for us in the last several hours were in blue and not in green? You agree with that?
I'd love to go through it and be able to agree with you or disagree with you.
Anything that you would have discussed within those pages, those messages within those days, after the incident?
Yes.
Sometimes long after?
Yeah.
Okay. The messages go from November to, again, February of 2019?
Yes, sir.
Long after the incident?
Sure.
Okay. You know this is about an incident that occurred in October, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Melly's team is showing that some of the messages are completely irrelevant, which they are.
Testimony that you provided occurred about messages and communications between the 9807 number and others concerned dates long after the incident, right?
And there was many that were before the incident, like the email chain.
Okay. All right. What I want you to do
Yes, sir.
is listen to what I asked you.
Yeah.
Just answer if you can.
I did.
A lot of these messages
Yes.
that you have gone through and that I just showed you
Yes.
concern months after the incident occurred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And don't have anything to do, therefore, with the planning of such incident, correct?
Planning, no, sir.
Okay. You're saying it does, right? You're saying no, it doesn't? Doesn't have
No.
anything to do with planning.
You can't plan something that's already occurred.
Okay.
I'm still agreeing with you.
Okay. Occurred all after the incident, right?
Some of them, yes, for most, a majority of them.
Majority. Okay. All right. Melly was being recruited, you said.
It appears so.
Okay. And he was being recruited by several people. Two.
Yes.
And those people who were recruiting him, you'd agree with me that they seem to be the ones actively pursuing the matter?
I feel that they had the most to gain.
They had the most to gain. Being affiliated gives you, puts money in your pocket is one of the things it does.
It could.
Okay. And we actually saw one instance where somebody is asking him for 10 stacks.
Right.
I'll get you back 15, right?
Nice interest rate, yes.
And you never saw any response to that.
No.
That several of these messages have no reply. No response.
I fucking knew they were going to point that out. Like an hour ago when they were reading all these messages, I saw 10 messages in a row with no replies.
The person on the other end of the line, whoever it was, saying, hey bro, you gonna talk to me or what?
Correct.
Talk about the concept of fake flagging.
Sure.
You agree with me that if we go to YouTube and type in gang signs,
Right.
you will see multiple tutorials on how to throw up signs. You agree with that?
Yeah. There's some really good ones, and then there's a lot of really trashy ones. But yeah, there's plenty of people on YouTube, on social media doing this stuff.
Right. Well, you're an expert, so you know the difference between a trashy tutorial and a good tutorial, right?
Sometimes we see hand signs that we don't recognize. I can't watch one of those videos and burn hand signs.
Fair enough.
It's impossible.
Fair enough. But you're not suggesting to this jury that you can't go onto YouTube and see slow tutorials, step by step. You're not saying that, are you?
I'm saying there are some, but
Okay.
they're not great.
Okay.
And what you'll see is some real basic hand signs.
Okay. And if your supervisor reaches out to you and you do not respond to him, you think he might think that disrespectful.
Sure.
And if he reaches out to you again and you don't, quick way to get fired, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the person is reaching out to you repeatedly, and you are non-responsive, you would classify that as being disrespectful, would you not?
Yeah. Doing research, I hadn't seen any videos of Melly false flagging. I googled Melly false flagging and stuff like that, and I couldn't find.
No response.
Correct.
Kind of disrespectful, like if you did it to your sergeant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Godfather behind the wall, you told us that means the head man who's in prison.
Yes, sir.
What's he trying to do to Melly?
Put him on plate.
What does that mean?
Mark him for death.
Because he's saying that you are using Shine
Yes.
for your image.
Yes.
So as of now, and we're all the way into February of 2019, Godfather's trying to put Melly on the plate. What you said didn't happen.
What I said didn't happen.
You said you never saw any indication of anybody trying to put him on a plate for false flagging. Isn't that exactly what this is going on here?
It's not that he's false flagging. He's just not putting on for G-Shine the way G-Shine wants him to put on for him.
Okay.
They explain that in the other message as well.
Okay, so I told him that's a dub. I guess that's a lie. That you're not flagging.
Correct.
Flagging.
Right.
Meaning false flagging.
Lying, hazing, lying, yeah, false lying.
Okay. At this point, it's critical.
Right.
And it's critical because Godfather behind the wall is trying to put people on the plate.
Seemed like it reached a boiling point.
It reached a boiling point. And that message was on February 6, 2019, and it was opened on February 6, 2019, about 11 minutes later.
Yes.
And
that's a big message right there for the defense. One of the Godfathers in jail was saying Melly was false flagging.
Is being told by his supervisor that the Godfather is putting him on the plate.
Yep.
He reads it, right?
Yep.
And he's all into the gang and he knows the consequences, right?
Yes, sir.
4 days later, he says, for real?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the guy that's in the gang that's trying to be recruited and trying to get in with this guy.
I'd say he was a good gang member.
Okay. Threatened with being put on a plate because he was flagging.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, call me Herc, and you call them Herc, does it make you a gang member because you refer to them by the name they want to be referred by?
So specific to this, if you are not blood and you're calling someone Herc, you're not G-Shine, you're calling someone Herc, you're going to be told to stop saying that.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said. That's what I've learned from investigating these things.
I actually agree with the detective on that one. Like, obviously, you're not going to be saying Herc if you're not in Bloods. He's trying to say that he could just be calling him that just because he wants to be called that, but no.
You agree with me. Godfather asked about you. You need to ball, Gino, line, shine, sap. Whatever that means, no response. 10-10, 140. We're doing a head count.
Right.
There's a head count being done.
Yes.
This ain't just checking on him anymore. Mm-hmm. Now we're counting numbers. Let us know if you are still in, bro. If not, speak up.
Right.
No response. Doesn't even open it till 10:23. See that?
Yep.
Melly's lawyer is slowly separating Melly from being like this big blood gang member in the jury's eyes, you know what I mean? Because that's the picture that the prosecutor's trying to paint.
We need to know if you're trying to get your name in the GKB history book and give you your sting. You like our little bro. Whatever it is, you can bark at us or me anytime. These dangerous gangs do with their underlings. Is that what they do? Say, hey, we want to know if you're still down with us. I mean, please, talk to me. Please. Is that what that's the hierarchy? Sounds like it's upside down.
They really want him in there because he comes with fame and money.
Okay. They want him in there, really?
They do.
Okay. All right. Well, let's finish up with that. I would kill an N-word or die for you, Herc. That's how much love we got for you. We would have been this same way on you if you wasn't famous, bro. He's lying there?
Yes.
Okay. Right? Because trying to grab tight to his coattails and they're slipping out of his hands. Right?
Correct.
Okay. This is like a love letter.
Really wants him.
Really wants him to at least text it back.
Yeah, at least that.
Show me at least that respect.
Right.
Because if you're not respectful, it might get you put on a plate, but I'm begging you to please respect me. Don't let me look like a clown up here. Touche.
Melly's lawyer said, don't make me look like a clown on there. Touche. I think he's talking about the projector, though, right? Because he's struggling to work this projector.
I thought you was my brother, bro. Shake my head. This is the guy who said, number one rule is communicate. It's been a love letter. Talk to me like a man, bro. We supposed to be brothers. Just let me know what's going on, that's all. Man, this gang member, this man you say is a gang member, is now doubting whether they're brothers. So the gang member himself, who supposedly tapped him in, he himself is in doubt as to whether this man is in his gang.
He's, I think he's scared he's about to lose his meal ticket.
So the rules that you say apply about being disrespectful and being put on a plate don't apply to you?
They clearly weren't applying to him.
Okay. And the rules that you say apply, or that person said apply about it being the number one rule to stay in touch, don't apply to you?
They're telling him to do these things and he's not doing them. G-Shine's trying to use Melly and Melly's trying to use G-Shine.
Okay. That's how you read that?
That's why I took all the evidence. If not, I wouldn't have made a...
So like when we were watching Wimbledon and Serena Williams wins and starts crip walking, she's trying to use the crips?
No. I avoid over that with Justin Timberlake. Sometimes people just show homage.
That's not the same. His lawyer missed the mark on that one.
You testified just now that Anthony Williams was not a part of the gang.
I couldn't determine which gang he would have been a part of. Like I said, there's videos and photographs of him throwing up gang signs, like blood hand signs. And I know early on in the YNW collective, when they were younger kids.
You told us when we spoke to you on February 17, 2022 that Anthony Williams is a gang member. You told us that, did you not?
I believe based off the little bit that I had, I was, remember, because when we were going through the depositions, I had just gotten the discovery, and I was slowly reading through it, so I kept saying, I don't know for sure just yet. I need to see more of this.
All right, that's it for day 8. A bunch of text messages that the prosecutor showed and having the detective explain some of them that really didn't prove too much in my opinion, but I know they're trying to set a stage of how much of a gang member Melly was, and then his lawyer came up and he showed that Melly didn't respond to a lot of shit, so the jury definitely saw that at the end of the day and had to really think about that right now. So I'll keep covering this. Subscribe right now. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Love you boys. Peace.